Hi, my name is Aya. You're watching Aya Reads, and I'm here to do my February TBR. So I'm gonna use the TBR jar just like I did last month. One priority vlog I'm gonna be doing in February is reading the top 10 diverse romances of 2023. I knew it was pretty unrealistic for me to get to that video in January because I already had two other big videos planned. So I just pushed it to February, and I'm definitely gonna be posting it. So it would be nice if like the books I'm picking for my challenges would fit that big video. So let's get started. Oh, for those of you who don't know, basically there are a bunch of challenges in this TBR jar, and some of them refer to different subgenres that I can pick, or like random type thing that chooses my TBR, or authors I really want to get to. And the goal is like I can buy books for this TBR, but my main priority is to actually read the books that are already on my shelves. So yeah, that is basically what I'm using this for. So I usually tend to pick 5, so I think I'll pick 5 this time as well. So let's see. Okay. Old booktube darling. Okay. The thing is, this will not fit with the goal to read the diverse books, but I talked to my friend and we were planning on buddy reading an old booktube darling, so I'll just grab that. So I'm gonna be picking An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. So this is actually a reread for me, but I never continued on with this series. And actually last week I was talking with a friend of mine that she wanted to start this series as well, so we figured let's just buddy read this together then. So very excited. I do remember really loving this book, and I have been meaning, like, ultimately this will fit my challenge of actually finishing series because I've only read the first one and I really do want to finish this series. So very excited about this one. And Ember in the Ashes, for those of you who don't know, this is basically a Roman-inspired fantasy. You follow two people in the first book. One who is the son of very high-ranking general in the army, and a girl who is part of the rebellion, and her brother is either dead or... oh no, her brother is arrested, and she has to go undercover as a slave at the greatest military academy to try to get him out, and they fall in love with each other. Like I said, I really remember loving this book, so hopefully on reread it will be just as great. Now for the second challenge. This one. Let me just read it because it's way too fucking long. Okay, random book recommendations list recommended between 15 and 20 times. Okay, let me do a screen recording. So this is my book recommendations list of like books that have been recommended over and over again by BookTube mostly. And yeah, between 15 and 20 times. So those, okay, we'll just see. Hopefully some of them are the ones that are diverse books. So let's see. The bold ones are ones I already own, but I do have to say I haven't been keeping up with that on this list. So we'll see. I actually just recently bought The Shield and the Thistle because it was free, I think. So this should technically be bold then. Anyway. This is a novella, I'm pretty sure. So that would be quick. Stranger in My Arms is one that I was so excited to read, actually, because I believe it's a standalone by her. So this could be a contender. Let me actually do that. Okay, so June 1st, I recently bought, but it's pretty big. A List of Cages, I think, was published before 2018, so that could be a good contender. Notes on an Execution is one that I've been really interested in. I don't think any of the ones that I bought for the diverse vlog is going to be between 15 and 20 times recommended. Ooh, Something Wild and Wonderful is an option. Although I haven't bought that one yet. As you can see, some of them are not at the right spot. Ooh, the Wishing Game is one I've been interested in. I do have to say, none of these I already own. So that's annoying. A Lot's Away is one I'm interested in. Keep Her Safe by QB Tyler is one I'm gonna definitely be reading, and that has been recommended 21 times. And The Neighbor Favor has only been recommended 14 times. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to the ones I already said. So it's between Stranger in My Arms, which is a standalone. I believe all of them are standalones, the one I'm interested in. Or Something Wild and Wonderful. Or The Wishing Game. Or A Lot's Away. Or actually Notes on an Execution was one I was also really interested in. They're all very different. A Lot's Away is the only one I actually already own. Let me just have Siri decide for me. Also, excuse the sun, it's coming out to play today. Okay, so basically, Notes on an Execution is gonna be number 1. A Lot's Away is gonna be number 2. Stranger in My Arms is gonna be number 3. And The Wishing Game is gonna be number 4. And I'm just gonna have Siri pick a random number between 1 and 4. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 4.
It's 1.
So that is Notes on an Execution. Notes on an Execution is about this guy. He's a serial killer and he's gonna get executed, but then you hear his story told from, I believe, like 3 women in his life. Let me actually see if that is correct. So his mother, and then the twin sister to the serial killer's wife, and the homicide detective hot on his trail. So I've been hearing so many good things about this book. It was a nominee for Best Fiction in 2022, and I've been meaning to read it for a while, so very excited about this one. All right, let's... Okay, I don't even know, can you see that? Random book on shelf. Okay, I don't know what I meant by that. Okay, I think I'm gonna just have Siri pick a random shelf for me, and then I guess I can pick whatever book I want in that shelf. I think that was what I meant by that. Okay, so let me count how many shelves I have. So I have 4 bookcases with 6 shelves each. So that is 24 shelves. And I guess we'll just like, this is shelf number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the only problem is one of those shelves just has, okay, anyway, we'll see. 24 shelves. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 24. 11. Okay. So let me just take you with me on my phone. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so all my shelves are double stacked. So as you can see at the front here are all like, most of them are contemporary romances that are traditionally published. Okay, and then the back, I believe, is all series. Okay, so let's actually look at the front. So Autobiography is one I have not read yet. Bittersweet is one I have not read yet. Tweet Cute. Fix Her Up. If I Never Met You. Second, First Impressions. You Had Me at Ola. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm gonna remove these books and show you the back. Yeah, so this is the back. Most of them are series I have either not started or haven't finished. So the Bronze Horseman, I still have not read those, but these are too big. The Red Pyramid, I have not started yet. The Penguin and the End of Days, I've only read. Angel Fall, I haven't read the other ones. This series I've not started. Cinder I've read but haven't continued on. The first one I also own, but it's just not here. I have not started. This one I have not started. This one I have read. I do have to say, these ones do not spark any joy at the moment. So I'm going to pick one of the contemporary romances. So I'll be back once I put those back again. Okay. I'm debating between autobiography or bittersweet. I believe both of them are contemporary romances. This is by Christina Lauren, who I know I've read and loved from in the past before. And both of these actually fit with my goal to read books that were published before 2018. So I'm debating. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for autobiography. I've been meaning to read this for a while now, and hopefully I'll love it. So this is the one I'm going to pick. Autobiography is about these two. This is a young adult book about these two boys. They live in Utah, and one of them moved from California to Utah, and therefore he has been forced back into the closet. So he's bisexual, and there he meets this guy who's a Mormon, but also either gay or bisexual, and they start their romance. But obviously in Utah, it is pretty difficult to be out. So I've been hearing good things about this book, and I've been meaning to read it for a while because the cover is also very stunning. So very excited about this one. Okay, so this is an exciting TBR. A lot of random things. Okay, this one. Hopefully I can pick this book faster. Okay. Old book haul. Okay, so I reacted to 2 book hauls, which I'll leave both of those linked for you. So I picked The Murders of Molly Southbourne. So this is a very, very short book. It might be the shortest of both those book hauls. But this one is one that I've been thinking about a lot recently. I just have been meaning to read it for a while. And since I already know that I'm going to be reading 10 books for that video of reading diverse books, I just wanted to be a little bit easier on myself. So this is basically about this girl who, every time she bleeds, a clone of her comes to life and tries to kill her. So she has to kill that clone. So that is basically the whole story. I heard amazing things about this one, and I've never really read a horror book, but I've been meaning to read them in these last couple of years. So very excited about this one. And now for the 5th and final challenge. This one. Read a mystery. Okay, there are a bunch of mysteries on my list. I could either continue on with maybe I'll continue on with the series. I think I'm gonna do that. Because I do have the Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels that I've been meaning to read, or I could just continue on with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I read the first one and I still need to continue on with that series. Decisions. And those ones, I don't own them, but I believe you can read them on Everend, aka Scribd. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the one I should, and that is to read Good Girl, Bad Blood. A part of me kind of wants to reread A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna continue on and just read Good Girl's Bad Blood, because that is, I believe it's gonna be just a whole new mystery. A pretty varied TBR. I do have to say none of them are ones that I've been meaning to read for the top 10 diverse romances. In fact, none of them are actually adult romances. The only one that comes close is Autobiography, but this is a young adult, definitely young adult contemporary. And then this is sort of like a fantasy romance, but it's definitely, both of them are YA, but that's okay. I'm very excited about all of them. And then these are the books I'm definitely gonna be reading for the top 10 diverse romances. My plan for this vlog is to read books that were published in 2023 where the authors were either persons of color or members of the LGBT plus community. So like the characters don't necessarily have to be either POC or from the LGBT plus community as long as the authors are. But I do have to say, I believe most of them are POC or LGBT plus. So let's go through them. I won't go in depth about each synopsis because you're gonna hear all about them in that vlog, which I'm sure is gonna be over an hour long. First one is The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. This is a neighbor romance, and I believe they used to know each other because he was an author and she was one of his biggest fans. And then they talked, and then he ghosted her, I believe, and now they're neighbors. So this sounds very interesting. An Island Princess Starts a Scandal. I talked about this one in my January TBR, but this is a historical romance. This is a female-female romance. Then there is Stars in Your Eyes by Case and Calendar. This, I believe, is about 2 actors who fall in love. And one of them is very famous, and one of them maybe just started acting, I'm pretty sure. We Could Be So Good by Cat Sebastian. This, I believe, takes place, in 1950, in the 1950s, in a Brooklyn neighborhood, and about these two men falling in love. And I really love this cover so much. Sweet Vengeance by Viano Onyomo. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. This is an alien romance, and it's very short, so very excited. And I believe this is she summons this demon, I believe, to get revenge. And then she falls in love with that demon. And once again, very beautiful cover. The Fiancé Farce by Alexandra Bellafleur. This, I believe, is a marriage of convenience, or a engagement of convenience. And once again, really love this cover. The Rest of the Story by Tel Bauer. I've been meaning to read a Tel Bauer for a while, so very excited about this one. This is a hockey romance where this hockey player gets traded to the worst team in the NHL, and he falls in love with one of the rookies there, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he falls in love with somebody there, and then he discovers some horrible secrets about this team, and it sounds very heartbreaking, and I've just been hearing amazing things about this book and about Tel Bauer in general. The Cold is Winter by Brittany Cherry. I believe this is a student-teacher romance, and once again, Brittany Cherry is an author I've been meaning to read for a while now. And last but most certainly not least is Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. This is about this girl who goes to the wedding of her ex-boyfriend and her sister, and everybody's just looking at her and just like seeing if she's gonna snap. But then she has a romance with the best man, her ex-boyfriend's best friend. So sounds messy, but interesting as well. And this is also very short. So hopefully I'll fly through this one. So yeah, I'm very excited about all of them. Very sad that they didn't get picked in my challenges, but whatever, I'm going to be reading these anyway. These are definitely going to be prioritized over the other 5 that I picked. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading more than 10 books this month. So yes, I am so sorry about this lighting. It is so annoying. I need to do something about this because in summer it's fine, but during the winter time, I don't know what's going on, but the sun just likes to mess with me. There are also some new releases that I'm very excited about that are going to be releasing in February. I'm just going to mention them. Hopefully I'll get around to them, but if not, then that's fine. Bride by Ali Hazelwood is one I'm very excited about. It is a werewolf vampire romance. A Love Story for Ricky Wilde is one I'm very interested to read. I believe this is a time-traveling romance, and it's set in a leap year, which obviously this year is going to be a leap year, so very excited about that. A Fate Inked in Blood, which is the newest fantasy romance series by Danielle L. Jensen, and I really loved The Bridge Kingdom by her, so very excited about this new fantasy romance that she's releasing. And Lore of the Wilds is one I'm very interested in, but I forget what this one is about, so let me actually read the synopsis. Mainly I'm interested in because of this beautiful, beautiful cover. So yeah, the blurb says, a stunning romantasy debut about an enchanted library, 2 handsome fae, and 1 human who brings them all together. A library with a deadly enchantment, a fae lord who wants in, a human woman willing to risk it all for a taste of power. It sounds amazing, and hopefully it will be amazing. So yeah, these are a lot of books, and there are a couple of series that I do want to make progress in as well. So hopefully I can get to a lot of my TBR this month. And yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were. I would also really love to know what you're the most excited about to get to in February. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know by leaving a like if you did. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.